Previously on Road to Loretta's.
It's the most important race you've ever been in because it's the one that everyone's watching.
Once you get a taste of victory going to Loretta's, really you go there every year and you feel like, yeah, it's time to win again.
If I don't make to Loretta's or do very well at Loretta's, that's really going to hinder my ability to continue racing.
I think at Loretta's it's going to be grueling, it's going to be hard, but it's really what I want to do. I want to go out there and show what I've got.
Everybody who's done anything in Supercross, myself, Ricky Carmichael, Jerry McGrath, all these guys came up through Loretta's.
It's the biggest, the best, most pristine amateur national in the world.
If you want to get on the radar of amateur motocross, this is the place to be. This is the proving grounds, because if you win here, you beat everyone. And I think that's what makes this the crucible of amateur motocross. It does not get any more competitive than Loretta Lynn's.
Back at Honey Lake for regional qualifiers, Brian Burns signed up for 5 classes to better his chances of earning a spot at Loretta Lynn's. Riders are only allowed to race a maximum of 2 classes at the ranch, so the additional races as insurance come with a price.
Today was the first day of practice. I got in some good laps, and I started off messing with some gearing and stuff and working on the bike and making sure it was going to be dialed for me. So I felt really good. I feel strong, and I'm just hoping to get a great start and leave here with some qualifications.
I'm between a lapper. I went outside.
Dude, he was far behind you.
I don't care about that. I'm not going into this game.
You weak. You weak, dude. Get strong. Get strong. I know it's practice. It does matter. It sets the tempo. It sets the tempo mentally. All this is a mind game. Every father and son has a different way of going about it. Him and I got an excellent relationship, and sometimes I can really crank down on him, and he doesn't take it personal. He let it go over his head and only think about what I'm trying to say. But there's also a place for being a coach and a place of being a father. So I think we got a good relationship knowing the difference, him and I. And every time he trains and every time he rides, he needs to look at that, because that's what we trying to be. We don't want second place, we want first. We want first.
The 3-moto format of regionals puts an emphasis on consistency. After a rough start in practice, he took the whole shot and the early lead. Following their early morning discussion, it appears Alex took his father's advice to heart. At the gate drop of Moto 2, he found himself joined by familiar company. Each lap presents an opportunity to test his competitors. Insight he'll need if he aims to win at Loretta Lynn's. There are no free passes here. Every position must be earned. Fighting tooth and nail throughout the weekend for a 4th overall, Alexander Fry would officially be on the Schoolboy 1 roster at Loretta Lynn's, but not without creating some new rivalries in the process.
To make it to Loretta's would mean that I've really met my goal for my whole race career, and to get there and do well, especially at Loretta's, that's a completely different deal, but that's really what I'm looking for, is to get myself there and do good, and that would just mean the world to me.
Super Mini 1 is one of the most competitive classes at the ranch, putting Zach Fulkerson to the test.
You'd have been in the top 5 if you would have stayed on the throttle and not allowed yourself to get cut off and come off the throttle. You're better than that. Let's go get this next one.
The pace of the regional competition took some adjusting for Zach.
I think I've really gotten myself in a good position, kind of know where I'm at in the field, and I feel like I've got the speed to get up there and get in top 7 and get to Loretta's.
Pulling the whole shot in Super Mini 2, Zach got his first taste of a national caliber pace.
Proud of you right there, okay?
I've said this before, and I'll say it again, like when you get out there and you put on a helmet, you don't have any more friends. Like, when you're 1 spot out, you're 5th, and they only take top 4 out of 40 guys on the line, like if you're in my way and it has to be done, like you'll probably get taken out. And that's how it is for everybody. I mean, we're all out here, we're all battling, we're all warriors trying to, make it and create a name for ourselves.
Racing 5 classes, Ryan's focus was scattered and his body fatigued. With his motorcycle barely holding together, he was plagued by mistakes, bike problems, and poor starts. In order to secure his entry to Loretta Lynn's, he would need to step up his performance and push his abilities to the bleeding edge.
Zach's progression to this level, you know, I'm tickled, thrilled, I'm so proud of him. It's kind of an eye-opener. There's some some of the fastest kids in the world here that he's now competing against, and so it's a good measuring stick for him.
I've never been to a regional before, so this is a wake-up call really, because everyone here is so fast.
After gaining some momentum in the previous moto, a bad start in Moto 2 left Zach buried in mid-pack. Once again, consistency acts as the gatekeeper of Loretta Lynn's.
Forget that. That one's done. Over with. We easily know what our mistake was there, right? Okay? It was the start. We can't do that. Forget it. That's over. Super Mini 2, we're going to have a better gate pick. Hey, we'll learn from that start, and that's where our focus is. All right? 100%. Forget that race completely. Okay? I mean it. Let's go get this one. Redeem yourself, okay?
I don't know what to think. This is a hard life. I'm wondering if it's just not too hard sometimes.
With a qualifying spot in Super Mini 1 out of reach, Super Mini 2 is Zach's last chance to make it in at Balance MX. But sometimes, under pressure in extraordinary circumstances, the mind and body simply aren't in sync. An early moto crash left Zach out of the running once again, leaving the Fulkersons to reconsider their options and do some soul searching regarding their next move.
That's why this sport is just such a roller coaster of emotions, up and down. Because you're going to have your goods and you're going to have your bads, and what you're hoping is that the bads are limited.
Managing the good days and the bad days is one of the keys to making sure bad motos don't turn into bad seasons. Aboard a more powerful four-stroke for the first time in regional competition, the Fries work to keep Alex's head in the game and focused on solid top 5 finishes.
This was his first big 40-man gate on his 250. I'm real proud of him. I got to check him out, though, make sure he's okay up here, but he held on, and that was excellent. I'm really proud of him. He did a great job.
Alex continues to raise the bar on his personal expectations. On the qualifying bubble, his results in Moto 3 would either earn him entry or send him off to the next regional in hopes of making it there.
And I know he worked so hard. And I think right now he's a little disappointed in himself, but I think he did phenomenal.
That school board 2 is no joke. Yeah, it's no joke. The margin of error is very small.
An 8th overall wasn't enough to make the cut, sending the Fries packing for the final weekend of regionals. In the final day of racing at the Southwest Regional Qualifier, Ryan Burns finds himself down to the wire to make the cut.
Come on, buddy. Be smart, be smooth. Go, go, go!
Already at a horsepower disadvantage aboard a stock bike, Ryan was forced to dig deep. He kept his head down and he put his all into the final motos. Leaving nothing on the table, he waited to see if his hard work would finally pay off.
Hey man, consistency. You would have been in there on the 450 mod class, which blows me away with a stock bike, but consistency, man. It's just consistency.
So I just made it in College Boy. I was 5th place in 450 intermediate. So I'm first alternate in that, but we're actually going to go to Comp Edge next weekend and try to get in maybe some of the 250 classes or something, but as of right now, I'm going to Loretta's.
Coming soon on Road to Loretta's.
I did my best. I gave 100%, and I mean, you can't really be mad about that. So this weekend, do the same. Just going out there to have fun and be loose.
No, definitely not happy. I can't even stand to get 2nd or 3rd. It's just like, no matter it's a local race, regional, Loretta's, any national, I want to win. That's all I want to do. I just want to win.